Hello. Hopefully that's working okay. Let me know if you can't hear me or whatever. How did the game weeks go? I think I finished on, let's have a look, 61. Awful last couple of games. Yesterday, Benteke going off early at half time, and then Hazard and Alonso tonight just did nothing. Mkhitaryan, we've already discussed him a few times. Yeah, defence, something we always ignore. Ashley, 77, very nice. Yeah, I don't know about Liverpool really. I'm kind of ignoring them right now. I'm going to see what Coutinho does when he gets back. Not in a huge rush to get him, especially when there's people like Ali scoring braces every week. Alonso out. I think we talked about this a couple of streams ago. I think for those of us that got him at 5.9, it's going to be tough to get rid of him. But I think people are going to start looking at it now. Especially those that got on late. I think Danny Rose could be a good option. Especially with West Brom up at home next. Oh, FPL Kangaroo. Dele Alli, yeah. I mean, I kind of wanted to get him in this week, but just against Chelsea I couldn't. Obviously, that's where form beats fixtures. Don't think anyone's sent me their team yet. Oh, better look at that. Ali Essential, yes. So who's not getting an Ali now? Bearing in mind he plays, who's next? West Brom at home, then City away, I think. But it's not like City keep many clean sheets. And then Sunderland away, Middlesbrough at home. Doesn't get much better. Do I still have faith in Sigurdsson? No, but getting an assist and 2 bonus points certainly helps. I think I want to get rid. The problem is, when I look at my team now, there's a lot of players I want rid of. Like Benteke I might have to get rid of. Carroll has Palace, but I want rid of him. Sigurdsson possibly too. And I want to bring in Ali. Mkhitaryan should possibly go, but he has Hull in the 3 game week, so... Yeah, Ali and for Hazard, but in 2 game weeks, Hazard has Hull, and I don't have Costa. I mean, both will be good. I think I'm going to try and keep Hazard if I can, but I'm looking at like a 12 to 16 point hit potentially. Just to kind of reset my team. I'd love Danny Rose if I can fit him in. Well, he's on 8 yellow cards now, so I guess 2 more when he gets to 2 game suspension. Same as Holobas. Yeah, Ali and Kane double up looks pretty good to me. The thing is, I think West Brom at home is a perfectly fine fixture. Like, I'm benching both my West Brom players currently. Although, while we're talking West Brom, quick shout out to Chris Brunt. Another 8 points. That's now 7, 14, 10, 0 and 8 at home. It's been absolutely great for me. Yeah, every time Defoe scores, I just think Mark's had him for so long. Just keeps on getting them points. Yeah, Benteke for Defoe is probably the most obvious because there's similar prices. I kind of like Lukaku, and obviously I'd much prefer Kane. Next, why do you want to know when the next Scoutcast is? It's not good enough for you. No, I'm really messing, Adam. I don't know the definite date yet. But it'll be the 10th or 11th, I'd say, Tuesday or Wednesday next week. FIFA capital letters, lowercase. That's a classic Xbox 360 name. Yeah, Defoe is doing the business, and he's got penalties. And we were chatting on Twitter with a couple of guys earlier about, whether strikers are good non-fantasy wise if they had so many penalties. But when it comes to fantasy football, we don't really care how the goals go in. So Defoe's got penalties. He's just scored half of his goals that way. Doesn't matter, does it? Oh, not hitting the wall, but you got to hit it straight away. Why take the risk? Oh, yeah, someone asked earlier, which is something I wanted to ask you guys. Giroud, who thinks he's going to keep playing? Because it's the first time he's played 90 minutes that many times in a row this season. 3 times. I just think once Ozil's back, he's going to go straight to 10. And once Walcott's back, I think he's going to play. So I don't think Iwobi's going to keep getting left out of the team. And obviously you got Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. I think, so just quick, if Defoe joins West Ham, I think that dentons the appeal because Noble will probably keep penalties. So, like Jason said just a minute ago, Defoe's had 5 penalties out of 11 goals. So that's like 50% of his goals gone. Although potentially you could argue that having Payet and players like that in your team could help. Giroud will play every match. You're useless without him. I'm not convinced by that. You're doing alright without him before. I think Walcott's being a miss. The thing is, if Giroud does play, then he's a great option. 8.6 with the fixtures they got, and maybe he's worth the risk. I just don't want another transfer I have to make soon, especially when I'm already looking at doing 4 or 5 this week. Yeah, I think Sanchez. I mean, everything. I watched that game, or at least, I watched pretty much all of it, and most of it went through Sanchez. But he's just stuck on the wing, and he's just not as good there. I mean, he's still a great player, but I just think he did so well up front. FIFA COD God, do you think Payet's going to go? That would be bad for West Ham. Yeah, my thinking too is that once Walcott's back, Giroud will be back out of the team, but it's tough to say. Obviously, we'll have to wait for news. It's the problem with this week. So many players have just performed well. Ali already went up last night. I don't want to I don't want to make early transfers, especially if you're doing multiple hits, but I don't want to be priced out of everything either. Yeah, Mark, exactly. I don't know whether to transfer early or not really. It's a tough one. I think I'll quickly show you what I'm thinking. What's been going through my head. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to, like a few of you said in the chat, I'm going to move to 3-5-2. So get rid of, say, Carroll for Barnes. There's actually a couple of 4.3 million strikers I might look at. And I can just do Sigurdsson straight to Ali, so I could do that, but then I'm stuck with Benteke, he might not play. Obviously Mkhitaryan, the fixtures are making me want to keep him, plus obviously I'm a little biased. So I want to make the early transfer. I don't think, just check this out, I don't think Ali's rising again tonight. But it's not going to take, what the hell is this crap? It's not going to take long until he rises again. Yeah, downgrade Hazard, but Hull at home. Hazard's been so good at home. Do you know what I mean? And what I find weird about Hazard is everyone seems happy with Costa. I guess because he's consistent, but when it balances out over games, they pretty much score the same. Just that Hazard will blank and then get a haul. And I'm not going to captain either anyway. Baines, there you go, another player rising in price that I'd like. Hey Salah, how's it going? Is it Salah? I have to apologise if I pronounce any names wrong. Yeah, I mean, Ali's on 45% to rise, so it's not going to be tonight. But tomorrow, I'd be almost certain. Oh, the teams started rolling in. Let's have a look. Use my free transfer to bring in Ali for Mane. Good choice. Stanislas to Ramirez. No, but Stanislas is cheaper, so I'd be tempted just to hold and wait. Because Bournemouth are probably less likely to rotate in the FA Cup. So I'd maybe wait for that because you can afford to. I don't think he's going to... He only got an assist, right? So it's not like he's on everyone's radar. Just kind of FPL enthusiasts' radar, maybe. Yeah, so he's close to a rise in the next couple of days, but I would probably wait. I think you can afford to. Who else tweeted? Carlos, the human toad. What a great handle. Oh, Chelsea supporter, yeah. Oh, you own Alli. It's got to be good. Okay, I can't open that for some reason. 1 free transfers, any ideas? Well, you're looking pretty good. Oh, I think you deleted the tweet, maybe. Is Phillips going to keep up his form? Don't see why not, especially with the fixtures after Spurs. Sunderland at home. Middlesbrough away is probably going to be quite tough, but then Stoke at home, Bournemouth at home, Palace at home is definitely worth keeping for 5.6. Oh, cool. Salah. I'm great with the pronunciations. Alonso to Bellerin. I don't know if I want rid of him just yet. I don't think Chelsea are suddenly awful. And they've conceded 4 in 2 now, but I think they were always going to concede at some point. I mean, from what I didn't see the game, but I think he nearly got an assist right for an Hazard header. I am looking at this kind of bit here, Liverpool away and Arsenal home, and a bit worried, to be honest. But he has such nice home games. What do I think of Baines? He takes penalties, he's a defender, he's a great option. And Everton's fixtures are about to get good after City. So yeah, I can definitely see why people are getting him in. What do I do? Benteke, Sigurdsson, Darun to Barnes, Alli and Stanislas. For a -4, yeah, I think so. If you can afford to wait a little bit, I would, Henry. But that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, but how short term, when you say you get rid of Alonso short term, it's got Leicester than Hull. Surely the short term is in game week 23. Am I keeping Hull for the Palace? Sorry. Am I keeping Carroll for the Palace game? I don't know. If Benteke's out, then I'd be tempted to, but an Ibra and Carroll front line doesn't fill me with too much confidence. It's a bit like I said on the Scoutcast a few weeks ago, like when you get a cheap midfielder, and now Phillips is a little bit different, I suppose, but it only takes a few blanks and I start worrying about him. It's the same with Carroll and Benteke up front. I'm assuming Benteke is going to be out. Yeah, Arsenal probably do have good fixtures when they have Hull. They have Burnley at home. I don't know if it's worth the swap, to be honest, especially if you got Alonso in early. But anyway, they just conceded 3 goals to Bournemouth too. It's not like Arsenal have been keeping clean sheets for a long time. Yeah, my thoughts on Aguero haven't really changed. I'm not looking to get him in. I do find it a bit weird that everyone that got him in is now suddenly thinking about getting rid, because to me nothing's really changed. There was always a chance he was going to get rested. I thought he was going to play, but the chance was always there. It's likely that he's going to keep starting games now until Champions League comes around, so nothing's really changed. But for those of us that didn't already get him in, I don't see why we would. For me, at least, it just takes too many transfers. And I've even looked at 4-5-1. Yeah, I would still get Alli ahead of Eriksen. I actually looked to get one of them in before both of them kind of started scoring. And I was looking at Alli, and then after the first couple of games when Eriksen did, and then you get like 18 or 19 and then did it again, I was kind of glad I didn't get Alli in, and now look what's happened. I think Ali is more likely to get forward and get a goal for you, whereas Eriksen's obviously got the set pieces, but I think Ali's more likely to score over a long period, score you decent points. But if you downgrade Holobas to a 3.9, have you still got Amat? Because that would worry me a little bit. Yeah, I saw that Ali got a knock, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Defenders for 5.3, yeah, you got Brunt. Charlie Daniels even, maybe, especially for the next three. Probably the most obvious ones. You're just out of price range for Baines. Oh, captain pick, that's interesting. Actually, what would be interesting to see is how much our thinking changes, because I'm going to stream again on the 13th, just the Friday before the deadline. So it'll be interesting to see just how much knee-jerking happens between now and then. Right now, captain's on Sanchez, but Ibra's been so consistent that I'm tempted just to switch back. Jeez, Gamers Land, you must be desperate if you're spamming on here. Yeah, I think the only thing obviously with Swansea, they got a new manager now. Will he tighten them up? None of us really know. But Sanchez has been good away from home. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I think if Ibra does score, the thing that you say 6 points, but Ibra is it could be a tight game, and Ibra's good for bonus. So one goal could be an 8 or 9. Hey, how's it going, Illusions? Good week? Yeah, Arsenal do need a response, yeah. And personally, if I captain Sanchez, I'll be happy if Walcott's back and Giroud's not. Yeah, I'm keen. I'm definitely getting Ali in. I just don't know which way I'm going to go about it yet. May just get him in for Sigurdsson. But I'd have to take out Carroll or Benteke for Barnes, and I'd preferably keep Benteke. Even though he's been awful, he just has better fixtures. Yeah, I like Chadley, but he keeps getting taken off early. I'm just worried that if Pulis does make a change to the team, it's going to be him that drops out. Since he's come back at 70, 81, and then 3 games where he's only just played 60 twice. So differentials are great, but I think picking Chadley over Phillips is potentially just picking a differential for the sake of it. Also, bear in mind that I know it sometimes feels like when you're on the site and stuff that everybody has a player. But Phillips is still only owned by 16%. It's not huge. I'm sure for active teams it's a bit higher. Yeah, Niam news was good for Brunt owners. Hopefully he'll get back into midfield now. Although he's still on, I think he's still on free kicks, right? Even when he's playing left back and he's got a decent cross on him. Seeing people saying rotate Grant and Randolph each week. I'd have to see what the fixture's like. But it's probably I'm a big fan of goalkeeper rotation. But I've got a bit of money invested in Heaton, so I'm probably not going to get rid. But if that rotation gives you good home games, then I'm all for it. Especially if you're on a wild card. Yeah, Bruntiesta, he's been so good. I've had 1 clean sheet from him, I think, but it's just attacking returns. Now they're probably going to dry up, but you'd hope at some point West Brom are going to start getting a couple of clean sheets. Oh, okay, hang on, some people have tweeted me now. Had to delete the tweet because I didn't know how much was in the bank. Okay. Captain Ali. I wonder if you had that on him before tonight. To me, that's a... You definitely don't have to knee-jerk. You can definitely save a transfer now. Obviously, see what happens over the break. But you've basically got most of the players that people are looking to get or already have. So I think you're good. I think you're just rubbing my nose in it, to be honest. I'll have a look at these two teams, then we'll do some questions from the chat. 0.9 in the bank, thinking of getting rid of De Bruyne and Costa. No, see, I wouldn't get rid of Costa for Aguero, to be honest. Like I said, Costa has got Hull and Hull 2 game weeks. I think De Bruyne you can get rid of though for Ali. Seems good to me. And then upgrade Kapui or Fletcher to Phillips or Stanislas. If you really want Aguero, then get him. I will never say no to him, but for me, it's not worth it. Not for the money you'd tie up. Salah, my man. Let's have a look. You've already used your 2 trees. What do you need me for then? Let's have a look. Sigan, I bet you're regretting that a little bit. Phillips and Baines. Yeah, that's a good. That's good. That's good to me. I wonder how no goalkeepers working out for you. So, I mean, like Heaton hasn't done much. Last couple. Yeah, that's quite good. I know Spurs are tough. I'd be tempted to play Phillips ahead of Allen. Just because he's on such good form. Otherwise, you've got a solid team there. Okay, let me have a look. Siggy to Ali and Carabin take it to Barnes looks good. Yeah, Barnes is on. Barnes did take penalties, so I don't know if he's ahead of Gray. I think he might be. I think Gray was on them before because Barnes wasn't playing. But I'll tell you what. This is usually pretty good. Oh no, set piece takers. Yeah, Barnes is ahead of Gray. Peter Crouch. Yeah, well, Crouch is 0.2 more. And for a position I don't really want to play them. Yeah, but I think Barnes is ahead of Gray anyway. Have a look at Antonio, great fixtures. I mean, I've already got Carroll. Are their fixtures that great? I don't remember them being good. Yeah, like to me, Palace is good. Middlesbrough away could be tough for goals. Man City, yes, they're not like ideal for clean sheets, but I don't see a big score. And then Southampton away, who knows right now? Southampton have really kind of almost lost it at this point. Yeah, Salah, I saw you tweeting me. I replied. You have to watch the stream back if you missed it, but basically, you're looking good. Yeah, Eskimo, second wildcard. I'm definitely going to try and keep it for the double game weeks. And like I said last stream, it's not necessarily just getting in all those players for the double. It's being able to manoeuvre when there's like bad fixtures. Sorry, not bad fixtures, blank fixtures. So you can kind of use it before to get them in or whatever. All talk, only suckers. Oh, look at this Ryan guy. Thanks for the use, my man. West Ham are an average team, yeah, they're not looking great. Haven't really backed them most of the season. In fact, when I was doing a lot of my Fantasy Island risk picks earlier in the season on the Scoutcast, I was basically picking players that were playing West Ham. Barnes against Southampton or Phillips Tottenham. Captain Ali ahead of Sanchez. You can't really argue with the form. Probably wrongly. I will now look. I'll get Ali in for sure, but I'll look at his scores and thinking surely he can't get a 4th brace in a row. So I don't know. I'm probably going to go Sanchez this week for captain. And as for playing Barnes or Phillips, probably Barnes, just because I think Spurs are quite tight. But at the same time, if I had a team where I had to play Phillips, I wouldn't be too annoyed. When do you think we should consider getting Coutinho back? Yeah, I know some people are like already like got a transfer waiting or the money waiting for him, and I mean they're going to lose Mane, who gives them a lot of pace, so that kind of draws people out. It's actually similar to what Navas has done before. I know like Navas is an awful player, but he does give the other players space because he stretches the opposition so much. But yeah, I'm not really looking at Coutinho. Swansea at home is obviously nice. Holloway's potentially good too. Chelsea and Spurs either side. Arsenal and Leicester. I'm not in a rush. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to be. He's going to be like when he gets back. I don't know if Origi's still going to be playing or if they're going to be playing false nine. So I'd just like to see. I just think it's not like there's no midfielders that are performing. There's loads. I don't think we're going to be in a rush to get him. Lovren assist was lovely. It's so annoying. It's one of my worst transfers this year so far. Lovren to Jones. So annoying. So who watched the game today, and how was Hazard? Because I know people are itching to get rid. And Nietzsche or Crouch. Well, Nietzsche went off injured, right? So probably see how he is first. Is he really awful? Average. It's not what I want to be seeing. Isolated, quiet, pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not. If it wasn't Hull at home in two game weeks, I'd probably look at getting rid. I think for that money, he's doing okay, but I'd like the money for elsewhere. And I'm really looking at a big hit this week. I'd love Walcott to be announced fit. That would really help me. I don't think he's going to be. Someone was asking me earlier as well, we're going to keep Mkhitaryan. I'm not attached to him, but if I can keep him for the next few, because you have Liverpool at home, Stoke away, and then Hull at home. So if I can keep him for them, I'm quite tempted. This is what I'm kind of looking at. Let me just sort it out a sec so you can see. So Ali, and then, I mean, what I'd love is to probably get Kane in, have Ibra and Kane up front. Oh, I'd have 7.5, so that's 0.1 off Walcott. I mean, to be honest, if Walcott was announced fit, I'd potentially just swap Barnes for a 4.3 and just make it. So I'm potentially looking at something like a 12-point hit. I've not taken any so far. I don't know. I know like 12 points hits are frowned upon, but kind of resets my team. But I'll have no Chelsea players for Hull at home, which is, I know you can't have everyone, but that seems a bit dodgy. I say no Chelsea players, no Chelsea attackers. Yeah, I think I'm not really, when it comes to Spurs, I'm not really looking at cover. I just think Ali and Kane are both options. Both good options. Yeah, it's not the best -12. I know. I don't really want rid of Hazard. I think I have to give up the hope of getting a good striker. And maybe just have to go Defoe. We'll see. Why is Kane in madness? They got good fixtures. Yeah, I heard that one of my mates actually messaged me and said Alonso to Hazard. Like in a group chat, and made it sound like he'd scored. And he was like, oh, miss. So that was annoying. Put Costa. Yeah. I know, I like Kane ahead of Costa. Costa's going to be this year's Vardy for me. Last year I didn't have Vardy at all. And when I finally got him in, he didn't score. Sergio, what do I think of Giroud? Yeah, we already chatted about him. I think once Ozil and Walcott are back in, I have a feeling he won't play. I don't know if... I know a lot of other people think he's going to keep playing, but I'm not so sure. Kane did let us down in the fixtures we really wanted to do well in. We thought we would. But he's done well otherwise. Obviously, that's annoying from a captain point of view. But it's not like he's been completely inconsistent. He scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals. 8 goals in 10 games and got 4 assists in the same time. I mean, that's pretty good returns. It's just annoying that he didn't do it when we wanted him to do it. Yes, Lukaku is an option, and he actually. Let me see if this hits better for you. So I've looked at getting him in, even if it means getting him against City. Yeah, I think I'd still have to get rid of Mkhitaryan. And then get Ali, and then 7 point. Yeah, exactly the money to get Walcott in as well. And I'd still have Hazard and Sanchez. That's Barnes if you're looking at my team seller. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, some people will get rested in the FA Cup. I'll be surprised if Sanchez plays. But I don't know if we'll get as much rotation as we're thinking. Because yeah, at the end of the day, the team still want to win the trophy, right? I know it's kind of these days seen as something that, it's not what it once was. But I don't know if everyone's going to suddenly get rotated. Yeah, hopefully Walcott will keep dropping. That'll make things good for me. Yeah, I think that's a nice -12. I mean, Mkhitaryan could be good, but he's not going to do damage to me if he does well. It'll just be annoying. Cahill 34. I think Mark did the best this week. Let's have a look. He went to 3-5-2 first. He's been reaping the rewards. So I got like 61 or something. I think I beat Granville and John T. Yeah, Mark scored 72. Chambers, we picked up a little while ago. Ericsson doing the business again. No doubt he'll be getting... Has he made a transfer yet? Yeah, I'd say if he... 0.3. I don't know if he'll be able to make money from somewhere, but I'd say he'll probably want Ali in. But Defoe doing the business next to Ibra. That's kind of my plan for Benteke, but it just hasn't worked out. Yeah, Shawnee, I don't know if it was you earlier that said about West Ham's fixtures, but I don't think... I mean, Antonio's been doing well, but I don't think the fixtures are that good. Plus, West Ham are really trying to buy another striker. Palace at home's okay. I think we did this with Sigurdsson. We saw Middlesbrough and thought, yeah, that's an easy fixture, but away, it's not that easy. So I personally don't think West Ham's fixtures are that good. But I can't write off Antonio. I think he's been ticking over without many of us noticing. Yeah, 8, 6, 7. Not huge scores, but not bad for his price at all. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get Antonio as a defender anytime soon. Antonio, if you go 3-5-2, basically any two strikers from the big four is good. I know I'm biased, but I think Ibra is the main one plus one other right now. For me, it wouldn't be Aguero just because of the price, so it would be Ibra plus one of Costa and Kane. That's kind of personal preference, I think. I mean, we're going to keep saying, to be fair, that Costa is consistent, but he started to slow down a bit. 8-2, 6-6 and 2. It's not that great scoring. So it's 16, 22, 24, 24 and 5. So it's less than 5 a game. I don't know what the news is with Benteke Axel. I'm still waiting. So my view on the clean sheet debate is, I don't know why people are expecting a clean sheet, because that's been in the rules for as long as I remember. And the argument always is that, well, a striker would get a goal after 90 minutes, but the extra time is was supposed to be to cover the play that didn't happen. So if there's 5 minutes extra time, it's because they didn't play for 5 minutes. So it's not a clean sheet. Yes, you could discuss whether the rules should be changed. There might be partial clean sheets, potentially. But for me, there's no controversy. It's in the rules. No, you never get them for that. Yeah, Mark is doing well. Yeah, exactly, Sholton. Injury time is to make up for real time. Simple as that to me. If they change the rules, then that's fine, but that's not going to be until next season. Thoughts on doubling up with Sanchez and Walcott from Felix? Yes, I like that. And I'm actually looking at bringing Walcott in for the 4th time this season. But you have to wait for injury news. And you'd really want Wenger to give a hint about who's going to come in. Because I think we really, for those of us that are thinking of doubling on Sanchez and Walcott, you want Giroud out the team. Yeah, Baines looks a good shot. To be honest, if you haven't got any other transfers, though, I don't even think it's that bad bringing Baines in this week, to be honest. I think you can make an argument for Arsenal defenders for sure. I'm not sure I'd double or anything, though. But if I could afford... I even looked yesterday at 4-5-1 with Bellerin, Baines, Alonso and Rose. Yeah, Walcott's not great for bonus, but I think for his price, which again we've said is dropping, he could be good. Yeah, but Antonio, there was injury time to cover the time they didn't play. Do you know what I mean? People don't get the extra appearance points. There's no reason why they get the clean sheet. Yeah, you're right, Keane. Costa, I know people were saying that Ibra's conversion rate was too high, but that just seemed to be evening out for the season. It was still 10% lower than Costa. If you're a member on Fantasy Football Scout, you should check out Costa's stats. I think even someone like Benteke's got more goal attempts. If you could play 2-5-3, I don't know. I probably would, just because attackers always feel better to have. It feels nicer to get a goal than a clean sheet. But we do overlook defenders, I think. I mean, you could get a good defender for like 6 million, like Rose, something like that. Yes, they're going to concede every now and again and get 2 points, but quite often they'll tick over like 5 points a game, which for 6 million is great. And yes, as Eskimo says, there's some really good wing backs right now. 3-5-2 is great for fantasy managers. Yeah, I've seen those reports that it was ligament damage in his shoulder potentially. I think he's going to be out, but I'm going to wait. Rose or Baines? It's really hard to overlook a defender that's got penalties, Jack. But I love Danny Rose. And if you watch Spurs recently, Danny Rose is so central and so far up the pitch. It's like he's almost playing as attacking mid. It's crazy. Yeah, both would be good. I'd love to get both in, but just getting a free transfer. Yeah, Charlie Daniels, another nice option. Yeah, Rose, Baines, Daniels. I do think Alonso is going to start seeing transfers out. Don't know, I got him for 5.9, so 6.5. Yeah, so the first time he drops, I'm going to lose 0.1. Where's my beer? No, I didn't have beer. I actually got a bottle of Coke. Which I don't know if did I open it? No. I'm going to leave it for now. I think it's a bit late. I'll have beer maybe on the next stream. Ake is nailed, yeah, I'd say at this point. Yeah, I think 3-5-2 is great. The only thing is, it's a bit like having Kapui as bench fodder. To me, I probably wouldn't go Crouch at 4.7. I'd probably go Barnes because it's cheaper, basically. I'm not looking to play that position anyway. Yeah, I must admit, Eskimo, I've not seen Chelsea that much recently. But Alonso was getting in good positions before, he's just not that great at finishing. I think my favourite defender, I'm actually a bit annoyed that I haven't got him in earlier, is Rose. Had him last year when everyone had Alderweireld. Yeah, Shawnee, I've already had that plenty of times. Don't really tend to get that in Ireland, to be honest. Everywhere sells Heineken. Fozzie B, Coke or Pepsi? Probably Coke. Definitely Coke, in fact. But I try not to drink too much of it anymore. Yeah, if you've already got Francis and you wait and see if something gets overturned, then yeah, definitely. Yeah, David Luiz, it's almost like in a Ronaldo mould where, Ronaldo takes so many free kicks, but he's pretty awful at them. I mean, David Luiz will score one sooner or later, but he's going to have so many attempts before that happens. Cheap defenders, it depends how cheap you mean. Like, West Brom defenders are still pretty cheap and they have a good run after Spurs. Bournemouth, someone like Ake at 4.4, they have the next three are pretty good. Hull away, Watford at home, Palace at home. After that, it's a bit dodgy, to be honest. Yeah, I've heard that people keep saying Ali's basically playing as a second striker. I think 8.4 million. He scored 7 goals in 4 games. Like, there's absolutely no way anyone could blame you for bringing Ali in, to be honest. Yeah, Andy, a few people have got Peters, who I follow on Twitter, seems to be ticking over without people noticing. I guess most people aren't looking at Stoke defence as the season goes on. Yeah, Fozzie, Sigurdsson's stats have been pretty good, even when he started blanking. And Arsenal just conceded 3, so I have considered it myself. But I really want Ali. The fact that Sigurdsson's on everything, basically, he's always got a chance to get something. And who knows what the manager's going to do. What am I doing with Holobas? When I get a free transfer, he's gone. So I'm actually... He's not got the worst fixture this week. Well, I mean, right now I'm playing him ahead of Brunt and Amat, obviously. But when I get a spare transfer, he'll probably go. Yeah, I saw some stat about Ali. He's only taken like 52 games to get to 20 goals. They're like comparing to like Scholes and Lampard, who took much longer. Although Ali does tend to play a bit further forward than they did. Well, if he gets an FA Cup yellow card, I'll probably get rid of him. I know people say don't take a hit for a defender, but I'm just tempted to take a big hit just to reset my team. I've got a green arrow this week with a team I wasn't super confident with. Yeah, Phil Jones, I don't know. I mean, I think he's probably going to keep playing. I think he may even be first choice right now. I think when Baye comes back, he'll be in. But I don't think Jose is going to keep rotating the defence going forward. Yeah, Agfi, I know Ozil's fixtures, or Arsenal's fixtures in general, are really good. Not Ozil. Well, if Giroud keeps playing, then maybe he's a good option, but I'm not banking on that. So for 9.6, don't know, he's not doing enough for me. Fozzie, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what is going to cause the double game weeks, but if you follow me on Twitter, I think his name's, I'm sure it's Ben Krellin. He's already got spreadsheets about how the double game weeks are going to happen, or potentially happen with the league and FA Cup. I'll retweet it afterwards, after the stream. Yeah, there you go, Ben Krellin. When it comes to that, I look at other people's work. If I mention it on the Scoutcast, I give them credit for it, but that's more work than I'm going to do. Yeah, Valencia's probably the most nailed in that defence. When it comes to centre-backs, I do think Jones is first choice at the moment. And when the fixtures aren't coming so thick and fast, I don't think he's going to be needed to be rested. Yeah, Patagul, you are right. Swansea are pretty bad. I just wonder if the manager will change things at all. Don't know. Sam Vokes versus Southampton. Is he even starting? With Graham Barnes playing. Oh, he's just coming on. I mean, who's the other option? I wouldn't want to play someone that's not getting minutes. Oh, that Valencia miss killed me as well. Not because I own Valencia, but because I own Mkhitaryan. So the scout casts aren't really on me. It's just when everyone's ready, but they'll tend to be done a couple of days before a game week. Because right now, obviously, there's quite a lot up in the air, so it's cool to chat about it. But the scout casts don't usually get done this early, so it'll be next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I'd say it'll almost certainly be Tuesday, but wait until the FFS account tweets it out. -4 Zaha and Tekers to Ali and Barnes. 5.7 in the bank. Wow. Sounds like good transfers though. No, I definitely said blanking. Good point actually. Don't know if I am taking a drop. Oh yes, I am. I think as soon as he goes down, I'll lose 0.1. When's he going down? Is it tonight? Yeah, price changes. I really wish someone had analysed whether they're more or less than last year, but it's still in my head, and I don't want to make that move right now, so I might just take the hit. Yeah, I like Pogba, and I'm a bit annoyed I didn't get him instead of Mkhitaryan. We found it hard to break down West Ham even after they went down to 10 men. But he had a couple of decent shots. Stats have been really good recently. It just depends who you're getting him in ahead of. Like if it's Pogba or Ali, then I prefer Ali obviously right now. But I don't think Pogba's a bad option. Yeah, I mean, Sigurdsson's minus 81.2, so this as soon as it goes past 80 on this site, I start worrying. Mata would be gold if you got regular starts, especially like for 7.5, whatever he is right now. Let's have a quick look. He always seems to score. He's got a really good record. 7.2 now. But it's just not nailed, so it's not worth looking at. Who is my favourite player to own? Chris Brunt. Absolutely Chris Brunt. And I think more so because I paid an extra 0.2 million when I was looking at West Brom fixtures. And I almost went Macaulay. Who has done well, to be honest. He has scored a couple of times. But yeah, Brunt has been great. Southampton fixtures. Are they good, are they? I must admit, I haven't really been looking at Southampton recently. Yeah, some nice home games. Got a few away though, but yeah, Austin would really make things easier, to be honest. Could I have my third striker in there? Even have Phillips as a fourth mid, and there's plenty of money to go around. One other thing, is it Agfi or AGFI? Danny Rose would be my favourite as well if I had him, so I'm jealous that you do. Does FPL affect my mood in day-to-day life? How do I manage this? Not really, especially not day-to-day. I think I used to probably be affected by like a bad game week. I'd just be I don't know, not down, but probably a bit more irritable. But these days I find as I play more and I get like more involved, so I was doing the scoutcast, doing this, like doing a bit behind the scenes on the site or whatever, I find actually it doesn't affect me as much bad game weeks. I just kind of shrug it off, just think I'll wait till the next week. If I have a good game week, it puts me in a really good mood. No, FPL statistics doesn't show if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, I think fantasy football fix is quite good, but I don't use that site, just never have really. Not for any good reason. Yeah, if you're playing 3-5-2, you need a better fifth mid than Kapui. I mean, the way to look at it is, if you were playing 3-4-3 with a cheap third forward, you'd be spending about 6 to 7 million. So Phillips at 5.6 saves you some money. I definitely wouldn't have Kapui in a 3-5-2. Just guaranteed 2 points every week. Danny Rose used to play for Bristol City. I didn't know that. I'd always sway with Rovers anyway. If I had to pick between the two. Yeah, exactly. 3-4-2, Phillips or Snodgrass. I personally prefer Phillips, especially with Hull's fixtures, but can't knock what Snodgrass has been doing. Quite interesting actually that we're kind of going. There's a few more people going 3-5-2 now when there's three really good strikers: Kane, Costa, and Ibra. I guess it's just hard to get all three for most people. Malesna, going no Chelsea at the moment. Is it too risky? I don't know. Not necessarily. I mean, I do think they get a few. They're going to keep getting clean sheets. Sorry, maybe not to the rate they were. But like for the other options, let's be honest, is Hazard and Costa. So Hazard, if you say you're going to do Hazard to Ali, that also gives you a bit of money. And Costa, you can easily justify having Kane or Ibra instead. Yeah, the Kabay wagon really didn't depart. I didn't actually see the last game, so I don't know how he played. I think Kabay wagon would be a bit more flow if we knew we had penalties. Because right now we're just hoping he does. Oh, cheers, Andy. That's good then if Sigurdsson's not going to draw. I'm going to wait on my transfers at least a day or two. Trying to have a proper think about it, but I do think a big hit's coming this week. I'd love to save my transfers till the next stream, but I think that's just going to be too long, unfortunately. Costa or Kane, you have Ibra. Costa is slowing down a little bit. He hasn't really had many hauls all season. Obviously, he scored consistently well, but he started to slow down a bit. I like Kane. If I was going to bring one of them in, I'd get Kane. Middlesbrough and West Brom at home, Sunderland away in the next 4. I think that's good fixtures. And he's on penalties as well. So even if he's having a dodgy game, there's always a chance for a penalty. I think Ericsson and Ali could win you some. Obviously got fast fullbacks as well. Oh, good point, yes. If Benteke's out, Kabay probably is on penalties. Yeah, Rodriguez. I talked about him a stream or two ago. I do like him. I just wonder if he's lost a bit since his injury. And Southampton don't tend to score many goals. Yeah, if you got Costa early, then it's a no-brainer. To keep, that is. At least until Hull at home. If in the next 2 you don't get any points, Leicester and Hull, then maybe start looking at it. But if you got them at like 9.5 to 10 million, then definitely keep. Stanislas was Kabay. Stanislas, I think. At least for the next 3. If I had to drop one, which would drop Evans or Friend. So, who do they have next? I think, I've lost it now. Who was it? Friend? Sorry, chat's... Oh, Evans or Friend. This week, I think Evans, right? Who do Middlesbrough have? Oh, they got someone away. Yeah, I'd play Friend. If he's going to start... Hopefully he will. No, I've had Ibra pretty much all season. But when he got suspended, I got rid of Kane. For Kane. And then I instantly wanted Ibra back, so I did Aguero to Ibra. So I've had him every game. No, that's a lie actually. I didn't have him the first game. I actually, we were chatting about it last stream, went to meet up with the other people who kind of help out with Fantasy Football Scout. And I was absolutely raving about Ibra. I was definitely going to have him. And I didn't, and he scored, so I got him straight in. So the first game week and the game week he was suspended, he wasn't in my team. Yeah, Kane has burnt us against Hull and Burnley. But that's the thing. If you're not too bothered about captaining him, because you've got Ibra and Sanchez, for example, then he probably will score good over a period of time. Just not necessarily going to score consistently or haul when we think he's going to. Is Ibra on penalties? Yes, I'd say he is. We've only had one in the league. He took it. Bellerin, Brunt, Jones, all Daniels. Probably, if you have to get him this week, kind of like Bellerin, just because Brunt's got Spurs away. But for the money, Brunt's a really good deal. Oh yeah, I think I played Heaton for that 11. That was the penalty save, right? Zlatan is amazing. Yeah, finally doing the business. Well, to be fair, he has been for about 10 weeks now. Our bonuses added. All the subs coming as well. A bit disappointed with 59. Well, it's going to be all three of these. No, wait, who's coming on? Just Heaton and Benteke. Yeah, so 61. Pretty bad. Hey Jeff, how's it going? You haven't had a Chelsea defender all season. No, sorry, you haven't had a defender more expensive than Baines all season. It's going well. Yeah, exactly. Like, the money saved could be good in attack. No, 61 is not dreadful, definitely not. I'm going to get a green arrow from it. Just feel like it could have been more after the start. Especially with Phillips and Brunt getting 17 between them. But yeah, happy enough with it. Yeah, so I live in Ireland, so getting to United games is a bit annoying, and I do have someone I kind of know through another person who I can use season tickets with, but I didn't go at all last year, so I haven't spoken to him for over a year now. I really want to go before or this season while Ibra's playing. It'd be great. I went two games the season before. One of them was under Van Gaal and we were doing awful, and then we beat Spurs 3-0. I actually had Rose and McCain on my team. At one point, I was hoping they'd score when we were 3-0 up. Lesnar, my likely outs. I'm looking at a big hit this week. I could potentially get rid of Carroll, Benteke, Mkhitaryan and Sigurdsson. And I'd bring in potentially Ali, Walcott, Barnes to go 3-5-2. And then Lukaku, something like that. I don't know yet. There's so many I want. Yeah, Keane, I think I got a bit lucky with Ibra. I mean, they were laughing, but for good reason, right? He wasn't doing very well. I just didn't think that Swansea game was the one to get rid of him for. Just wanted one more game. As soon as he scored, that was it then. I was never getting rid. Yeah, the hit is probably too much. I mean, I'd also like to get enough money to do Holobas to Rose or to Baines. I'm kind of just looking at it, taking it. I haven't done many hits recently. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've only done one in the last 5 weeks. So I took a few here. I took 4 in 5 weeks and got mostly green arrows. And they were all hits to line me up for the future. So like the 4 I'm doing are kind of looking ahead transfers. Yeah, Carroll could be alright. But he could be awful too. So if I don't get rid of if I keep Carroll, for example, the first problem is if I keep Carroll, I'm going to want rid of him at some point. As soon as he blanks again, or if he blanks 2 in a row, I'm going to want rid. But for instance, doing Benteke to Barnes, keeping Carroll, would let me do Sigurdsson to Ali and Holobas to Rose. I don't know, maybe that's better. How can Villaronca take 0 hits and do so well? Luck or skill? There's always luck in fantasy football, but I don't think you can say someone who's finished that high consistently has no skill. And everyone always says, oh, all he does is this or all he does is that. Well, you do it then. And see how easy it is, I suppose. Yes, Carroll to Lukaku. Well, it would be Benteke to Lukaku, I suppose. Keep Sigurdsson. Yeah, I don't know. It's too early to decide really. We'll see. Jeez, I tell you what, it's really easy just to stream for ages. Like an hour's gone already. I feel like we've only been chatting for 10 minutes. It's good though. I'm enjoying doing these. I hope you guys are enjoying tuning in. I've wanted to stream for ages. Just never have really. Yeah, the problem is, Melesna, if I do more, I just need to be repeating myself a lot. That's the only problem. What I want to do, I don't know if there's any interest, is do some kind of offline videos. So like, I don't know, maybe do 3 differential picks, game changer picks, whatever, top captain choices, go through the stats and stuff. Just do a couple of videos a week. And then obviously do the streams around deadline. Yeah, Antonio, chilled out's kind of what we're going for. I don't want to come in with a bunch of notes and stuff for this. Do that for the Scoutcast, and obviously that's really good, so. Yeah, I think I was kind of looking into doing videos and stuff and like thinking about how I was going to do them, what I was going to do. But I think I'm just going to do one, just see how it goes. Yeah, it'll probably be awful, but it can only get better, right? So we'll see how they go. And what I might do for this stream as well is see if other people want to come on. I know Torres Magic was actually saying he might come on. So we'll see. Maybe even I'll get a special guest. I'll let Mark or Jonty be on my show. What was that about Twitch? Yeah, but what would I play on Twitch? I don't know. The problem with Twitch as well is I'd probably have to stream through console. So you wouldn't have webcam and stuff, I don't know. Even with my ugly mug, people sometimes prefer having a webcam there. Yeah, live interaction is kind of what I was going for. I suppose, obviously I'd like this to get bigger and bigger. The problem then comes is it's tougher to interact with everyone. Like right now I can kind of catch most questions. It's tough, like sometimes they do come through quite quick, but I can get to most of them. We'll see how it goes anyway. Early days, it's only the 4th stream. Next one will probably be the 13th. Maybe if there's a lot of injuries and stuff, we'll do a quick one, but I don't want to keep doing it if there's nothing new to talk about. Yeah, TM has said he might be interested in coming on, even if it's just mic only. Right, any last questions before I call it a night? Oh, Aku, what are my plans with Pickford? I'd love to get rid of him because I do like goalkeeper rotation. Like I'm happy enough to bench Heaton even though he's been so good to me. But the chances of me having a free transfer for him in the coming weeks it's just not going to happen, I don't think. Like this season, more than most that I've played at least, anyway, it just seems to be knee-jerk central. So I don't think I can put a cap on viewers, and I don't think I'd want to do that, to be honest. I don't want to stop anyone coming along. Like, the more the merrier. I'm just saying, like, it might get a bit more. I still interact. I think it'd just be a bit more difficult to get to everybody. Then people start getting annoyed because their questions aren't getting answered and stuff. Do I check stats in the FA Cup? Not really. I'd like to try and catch a few games though, just to see how people are, but it's a different kind of game. Although I hate the cliches like, oh, that's a proper cup game. This is a real FA Cup tie now. Just because someone scores a goal. What did someone say? Oh yeah, same question as last time. You should ask me this question about the strikers every stream and just see how often I change my mind. So for me, I think Ibra is the number one striker choice right now. He's the most consistent. I think he's got the most, well, maybe not Kane, but I think he's got more potential than Costa to go big. We haven't had many pens this season. We've only had one. So once they start coming, it could be even better. He's got assist potential too. So's Costa, to be fair. So Ibra will be number one. And then I think Costa and Kane are kind of joint second ahead of Aguero. I'd even put Aguero fifth behind Lukaku potentially. I just think that money is so useful this year. Like, fair enough, if you've got a good team and you've got 2 or 3 of those up front, then go for it. But for me, I have to think about the money. I'd put Aguero last. Which I never thought I'd say. Imagine putting Aguero fifth. Courtois is a cheap way into the Chelsea defence, but I don't think I would get him. Because when you look at like goalkeepers, yes, he's top, but he's a million more than Heaton. He's only got 5 points more. I just think the cheap goalkeepers will always do a better job. You got rid of Kane for Cullen captain and decent. Who to get in for Siggy 8.8? It's got to be Ali, right? You didn't get the clean sheet for Friend, but he didn't play 60 minutes, so that's fair. We already discussed that earlier. Is he a good choice? Yeah, as long as he plays. I mean, Chambers is nailed, I think, so. But as long as Friend plays, he's a good choice. I think, well, I hope he will. Alonso or Hazard are out. They could be on the horizon, but not quite yet. I'm trying to keep Hazard because he's got Hull at home soon. Yeah, illusions. Aguero would be great for Swansea at home, Gameweek 24, but I don't know. Just something not quite right at City. It's the money, you can't have everyone. I mean, for me, Zlatan could keep up with Aguero over those fixtures. I can't afford both. Zlatan and Costa are 1 goal per gamers. Yeah, maybe. Zlatan scored twice a few times, I think. 1, 2, 3 times. Obviously, Kane did miss some games. 1, 2, 3 as well. I don't know, Ibra's got assist potentially too. And I'm telling you, we need some penalties. Yeah, if you've got the luxury of both, that's fair enough. Antonio, am I thinking of doing these videos just before deadline? Yes, I am. I will, as long as I've got no plans, which right now I don't, but who knows. I'll do it on the 13th of January, so the Friday before. Someone did suggest Saturday mornings, but I think that's going to be, for the 14th it'll probably be fine, but going forward it'll be annoying. Sorry, can you hear those emails coming through? If you can, I apologise. It's actually people subscribing to the channel, so it's a good thing. Yeah, sorry. I'll close my outlet next time. Oh god, now Skype's telling me stuff. It's people subscribing, so we'll be happy about it for now. Yeah, I'm probably not looking to do it before the games on the weekend because I just know I won't be able to do every Saturday. So I mean, I have a 7-year-old and stuff that does football and things like that. So Friday we'll be doing it about 9 or probably not 10. I'll probably try and do it 9 if I can. It really just depends. Shawnee, what do you mean by you should do a scorecast? Andy, the videos are... It's a bit like the Scatcast, they're up straight away. Yeah, you know we're at the end of the stream now because we're discussing when we're going to do future streams. Correct scores in the game. I still don't know what you mean though. Are you saying I should do a video or a stream or? Yeah, I'll be honest, Antonio. If I do one on a Friday, I'd probably aim for 9, because that means my little boy's in bed, and it also means I don't have to be up all night. Yeah, but Aki, should you worry you don't have Daniels? I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, you also have, like, what, 0.8 million more to spread around the team. Daniels is a good pick. He's doing really well for Jonty. Oh, do my predictions for the scores. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll do that on the next stream. But then you'll see how bad I am at football. Yeah, like I said, I'd like to do a couple of family comes first. It's more that the fact that it'll be in here otherwise, trying to get on the stream. Yeah, I do kind of want to do a few videos. I'm going to hopefully, in this break, get some video editing software, practice a little bit, and then get a couple made. Maybe just differentials and captain picks to start. And then go from there. So if anyone's a video animator that wants to do me an intro, just tweet me. And if you don't already follow me on Twitter, make sure to give me a follow, and I'll let you know when the next stream's going to be. But I think for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. It's like an hour and 15 minutes. I need to get some sleep. But as always, subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it. If you subscribe, it'll let you know when I'm going live again. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. It's really good fun. Do you think... Oh, last question, quickly in. Do you think it might affect Baines' points? Maybe, but I still think he's a good option. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll talk about it again on Friday the 13th. See you guys later on.